Hello, I'm John Rushton, the emotions expert, and I'm going to talk about emotional vampires. We've all met them. We may not have known exactly who they are or what they are or something of that nature, but we've met them. People who talk endlessly towards you. They talk at you, and all they want to do is tell you about them, their story, their situation, their views on life, what, and then they start asking you questions which they don't really want answers from. Where do you get that? What do you do? How much was that? Did you do this? Did you do that? And the moment you think, well, and they don't want to know. They just go on and on and on, because life is all about them. It's nothing to do with you. We get emotional vampires in our families, within friends, within our workplace. It could be your boss's emotional vampire. They're so full of it themselves, and maybe they are very good at what they do, but when it comes to communicational skills, all they want to do is talk about themselves. It can happen at any strata in life. However, the thing you want to understand is you don't need to be the recipient of what they need from you, i.e., a stooge to talk about, to talk to listen to, or whatever it may happen to be. Don't be the person, because an emotional vampire has a whole series of stories, past, present, potential future ones, the long version, the short version, the abridged version, the hysterical version, the drama version, all the versions to suit how much time you have to listen to them. They will try and corner you, and they're usually very pleasant to start with. And then the moment they've engaged talking to you, that's it. They're off. The spiel comes out, the talking comes out, and it's just like an endless recording. It just comes out. They're so used to it, so used to everything. They don't want to hear anything else. If you're on a party, they don't want you to take your eyes off them. They want you to be with them and not sort of mention or see other people in the party or whatever it may be. They're very, very apt at doing this. Emotional vampires are not people you need as friends in any situation. You don't need them at a workplace. You don't need them at any kind of function. And you can get, sometimes even in a queue, if you're waiting, somebody somewhere would possibly talk to you and they'll have something to say. And there's nothing wrong with that per se, but you'll find that they have a story, not talking about the current situation or where you are or why you're queuing or whatever it is, or anything like that. They will actually have a story, and they will try and get that story out in some form as a link for the conversation. It's nothing very, very pleasant. It's dull, it's boring, you feel drained, you feel quite unhappy, your mind goes blank. All you're thinking about to yourself is, oh, shut up, stop it, get away, go, anything, please, whatever. And you're not rude if you say, listen, excuse me, I've got to go. You're dull and boring. You don't actually have to say they're dull and boring, but if you wish, you're welcome to do so. But just make any excuse, whatever that excuse may be. If you've got to lie to them and just say something, I've got to do this, always at the time, I've got to go and meet so-and-so, even if you're only going home or something, do whatever you need to do. Emotional vampires are not very nice people. They're not dangerous people, but all they want to do is talk about themselves, talk to you, or maybe plow you with information which they then want some feedback as to what you want to do, where do you want to go, how do you want to do this, where do you get that, how much was this, because then that gives them more information. You say, oh, I bought this over there, oh, and then the next thing is, oh, I had a friend that did that. They always have somebody who has done something slightly better than you, always know somebody who has done something similar to a friend that you've known, always something of that nature. You don't need it. Pull away from it. Don't acknowledge them at all. Don't entertain them. It's not worth it. Just keep to yourself, keep your own volition, go and talk to somebody else. Remember, emotional vampires, they don't do anything for you whatsoever.